Good morning, YouTubers. DoorDash Granny here. I thought I would give you a little update about what's been happening with the whole tip theft thing that's going on with restaurants. I've suspected this has been going on for quite some time because there was a huge increase in the number of $3 offers that we'd be getting with DoorDash. I usually just work DoorDash, so I'm just going to talk about that specific platform. But I was noticing that all of a sudden there was nothing but $3 offers. And I thought, what's going on? Why so many more than usual? It used to be about 10% of the people out there wouldn't tip at all when I started dashing. That was my calculation. And now it's like 20 to 25% of the offers that I actually take, I'm not getting tipped on. I've done nothing differently. I always show up on time with a smile. The orders are usually correct. I mean, I'm a human. I'm sure I make some mistakes, but for the most part, I do a really good job. So a couple of other YouTubers, Pete from Paid to Drive and Dino from Telling It Like It Is. Well, actually, Saying It Like It Is his thing. My dad always said telling it like it is. But anyway, you know the drift. Pete had mentioned that some drivers were telling him that this is going on, that the restaurants, when people order directly from the restaurant, either with their website or their app or maybe a call-in, that the restaurants are scamming the tips that are meant for the drivers, for us. So I guess this happened at an Outback recently to a driver where the customer had tipped him $12 and he didn't get any of it. And the driver showed the customer what he received, and the customer showed the driver what he paid. And sure enough, good old Outback stole that $12 tip. Well, where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm sure this is happening at other places, and this would explain all these $3 offers that we're getting. So basically, what I would say to anyone who's a customer out there ordering, and I myself order DoorDash because when I'm done with my shift, the last thing I want to do is go pick up dinner. So I am guilty. I do order it occasionally. And I would say to customers out there, if you want to tip your driver, if you intend on tipping your driver, order directly through the third-party platform and put the tip there. Chances are the driver will actually receive it. Chances are better. I think DoorDash, once they got caught stealing tips a couple of years ago or whatever it was, I don't think they're going to try that again because people are hip to it. So I'm speaking to customers out there. Just know that as drivers, we are independent contractors, and that means we have to pay all of our taxes. There's no company contribution towards the income tax that we have to pay on our earnings. We have to maintain our cars, and trust me, we go through brakes and tires really quickly. We have to pay for our own gas, and we have to spend our time. So if you know for a fact that you're way down in Gilbert and you're ordering from Cheesecake Factory in Superstition Springs, you know this is 8 to 12 miles one way for our driver that has to go drive to the restaurant, wait for the food, pick it up, drive another 8 to 12 miles to bring it to you. That's one way, okay, and get paid $3. Nobody in their right mind would do this. Nobody. When we go to work, we expect to be paid what we're worth. That's why we go to work. So if you live far away from a restaurant, please tip accordingly, knowing that we're driving probably 10 miles one way to bring you your food. And then when we go back to our market area, that's dead miles, especially if you're down south in Gilbert and Queen Creek. And this is my area in Arizona that I'm talking about because I live in Gilbert. So if you're having us drive 10 miles south, we get nothing coming back. There are no orders for us coming back. So those are dead miles. So that's why it's important that you tip accordingly and order directly through the third party who's actually doing the delivering if you want to tip your driver. If you don't want to tip your driver, that's okay too. Just take your chances, because I guarantee you very few people are going to accept a $3 offer to come on down to Gilbert or Queen Creek. Very few people are going to accept a $3 offer anymore. Most of us are pretty hip to that game, and we won't do it. So your order will sit there and not get picked up because nobody in their right mind is going to accept $3 to drive 10 miles and take, 30 to 45 minutes of their time. So anyway, this is not a bitch session. This is simply explaining what's going on with people stealing tips, and that's why orders are not getting picked up. I'm sure of it. So anyway, Thank you for all your orders. Thank you to all of you who do tip. We really appreciate you. That's how we make our living. We appreciate you. Keep ordering, but don't do it directly with the restaurant because you're not guaranteed that the tip will actually make it to the person who you intend it for. Thanks for watching. Until the next video.